Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to do an overview of the UK off-plan agency model. So I believe this is a completely untapped model in the UK. So what I'll do is I will explain how you can make £10,000 a month from just one deal with this agency model and how you can scale up from there. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Nick. I've been in the property industry for over a decade. I've founded a few property investment agencies / real estate companies across the UK and Dubai, mostly focused on the off-plan market, and I've generated over £5 million now doing that in revenue. So the systems and processes and basically everything I've done is repeatable, it's teachable. So now I'm sharing this knowledge through one-on-one consulting, mentoring, and lead generation and marketing services as well. So my opinion, as I mentioned, the off-plan agency model in the UK is massively overlooked. Everyone understands and knows about property sourcing, rent to rent, rent to serviced accommodation, high street estate agency, and then being more hands-on with the property itself, you know, HMOs, flips, etc., etc. But this model is far more profitable. So for one deal in the off-plan space, on average, you'll make 3 times the amount you do with a sourcing fee, in comparison to a sourcing fee, should I say. So if you look at my agency in 2024, our average deal value for the whole year was £10,634. Okay, so if you can make just one deal a month, then you're going to be making, 10,000 plus a month. And my best year in total was 229,572, so nearly £230,000. So it's got huge potential. You can scale up, you can get started on a part-time basis, work from home, etc., etc., and then you can build the brand and get to 7 figures a year like I've done. So what I'm going to do in this video is break down exactly how you can start your own agency, hit the ground running, and then get to that £10,000 a month mark, which is just one deal, remember. So let's get into it, guys. Here's the process of building your agency. So obviously I can't go into granular detail, but this is the blueprint and basically the core pillars that you need to get right, you need to understand, and you need to optimize over time. So number one is formation and brand building. So when you're dealing with investors, they want to know they're dealing with a credible, reputable brand. So you need to come across like this. So you need to be formally registered, with HMRC for anti-money laundering, with a redress scheme, whether that's the property ombudsman scheme or PRS, ICO, you need insurance, etc., etc. So just make sure that you've got the formalities ticked off, and then you need to build a brand. So you do need to, a lot of business models, they say, oh, don't worry about the logo, don't worry about the brand, just get started. In this case, it's different. You're dealing with sometimes high net worth individuals. They're going to do their research online. It's often a remote sales process, so you quite often don't meet the investors. Therefore, when they check you out online, you need to look credible and you need to look like a quality brand. So you need to get your website up and, have an appearance online. Number two, product and developer sourcing. So once you've got a brand set up, you've formed an agency legally, then you need something to sell. So you need to speak to master agencies, distributors, and property developers to find projects and developments to sell. And then you need to research, pick the right ones, conduct due diligence, and learn the projects so you can ultimately pitch and sell them to investors. Now, my separate company can help you with this. If you need inventory or stock to sell, just reach out. I'll give my contact details at the end of this presentation. But if you're doing this independently, that's basically what you need to do. Get something to sell. Number three, you need to find investors. You need to show off your products. You need to attract attention. So this is the lifeblood of any real estate agency. It's lead generation. Put simply, whoever has the investor is typically in control of the market. Okay, so most of your time should be spent finding and selling to investors. The rest of it should be relatively systemized and require minimum input. So yeah, number three, marketing and lead generation. So you've set up your company, you've built a website, you've got some developments to sell. What do you do now? So there's 2 key options. Number one is generate organic traffic. So that might be through online social media production, it might be through direct messaging, it might be on LinkedIn, it might be from networking groups, either online or in person, it might be your personal network of people you know professionally, etc., etc. So that's the organic route to go down. And then the second way is the paid media campaign way. So basically you start advertising on the likes of Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, and Google. Now, being direct, guys, to get the best results most quickly, you're going to have to run paid campaigns. You don't have to spend a huge amount of money, but that's going to get you the quickest possible results, within a month, within 2 months, within 3 months, okay? If you hang around and you wait and you just, post on Instagram and post the odd YouTube video, yes, it's great for brand building. Eventually you'll attract attention and you'll get leads, but that's going to take you 6 months, a year, 18 months, 2 years to get any real traction. If you want quick results, which I highly recommend because then you'll, improve your confidence, you'll understand the process better, you need to start getting investor attention immediately. Typically, the best way to do this is to set up a Meta campaign and then to run ads of the projects that you're advertising to an investor audience, to cold traffic, okay? Then there's lots of stuff you can do on top of that in terms of remarketing, showing social proof, free investment guides, giving market data, evidence, etc., etc. So, yeah, there's a lot you can do, but the long and short of it is you need investor leads. You need people to put their hand up and say, I'm interested in this project. And then you can go to point 4, which is to optimize the sales process and in general have a very, very quality approach to sales. So once you get a lead in or someone that puts their hands up and says, yes, I'm interested, you need to take them through a systematic approach, which is scalable and which is optimized. Okay, so that will include, presenting and selling the development to the investor, encouraging urgency, handling objections, cross-selling where necessary, selling additional services like property management, solicitor services or conveyancing services, mortgage broker services, company formation services, etc., etc. But ultimately, you need to close that business. Now, that's a huge topic in itself, and that's really where the money is made because there is a certain skill set to it. When to push, when to hold back, using emotional intelligence. What's your email marketing like? What channels are you using? Are you WhatsApping them? Are you driving them to a Zoom meeting, etc., etc.? But whatever happens, however you decide to go about it, you need to be relentless with your sales process follow-up, and you need to be systematic and have it fine-tuned. So if someone joins your business, you can say, bang, here's our sales process, and it's written out. That's how specific it needs to be. So optimize the sales process. So once you've got someone that says, okay, yes, I want to go ahead with this apartment or this unit or this investment, you then need to put them through the aftercare and ultimately the after sales process. So that will involve handing them over to sales progressor, or that might be letting the developer know or letting the master agent or distributor know that you've got a transaction there. And then there will be various parties involved with conveyancing and after sales teams, so sales progressors, etc. Basically what they're doing is they're taking the investor through the legal formal purchase process, so they become the owner of the property in what we call exchange contracts. Once that's done, you can then invoice the developer or invoice the partner that you're working with, and then you get paid. Okay? And then finally, you want to refine and scale up the process. So get referrals, get repeat business, get video testimonials, build up your pipeline, have a constant flow of leads coming in, keep closing them off, keep getting fresh products to the market, keep closing the business, and then you'll increase and increase and increase over time. And then you get to hopefully $1.5 million a year in revenue like we did. So yeah, there's a huge amount of potential, guys, but that's the blueprint and kind of the higher level of what you need to do. So hopefully that was helpful. Now, if you want help with this, you can visit sellandscaleoffplan.com. And there's a video introduction with myself running through the model in a bit more detail, the potential, who it suits, who it doesn't suit, my track record, evidence of my results, and a bit about how I can help. But if you are interested in getting a free roadmap, then you can book a one-on-one strategy call with myself, and I'll map out a game plan. I'll tell you exactly what to do in the next 90 days to either start an agency or grow your existing business, put in an additional revenue stream, etc., etc. And we can help you directly if you want, or you can go away and apply the information and the value that I'll give you. So hopefully that helps, guys. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Any questions, email me, nick@sellandscaleoffplan.com, and I'll catch up with you soon.